Hello there, greetings. Thank you for joining us for tonight's broadcast. All right, as usual, we'll go into messages and into Q&A. Trying to make messages too long. So 12, and here we go. Greetings, this is Gabriel. Energies to you. Energies to your angelic wings, to your angelic oversouls, as you are healing the earth. Yes, allowing it to, helping it through the hard times. As everyone has a hard time. Many of you are christening to your higher energies. You're allowing your higher self to more embrace your human existence, which entails many of you to become stronger on this earth. As for, yes, sometimes bring more problems to you, but also to solve them quicker. Because the timelines are heating up. As for action on your planets, as for changes in the air, as for, yes, not just this November, but before that and after, as your next year is going to be a lot more bright than previous years, as you connect more to the angels and higher spirit energies. Blessings to you all. Greetings to you all. I am from Uranus. Actually, from many places. That's just one of them. I'm also from your Earth, at least previous incarnation. I am the Philip K. Dick energy that was brought in earlier this week, and now I'm here again as a plasma being. There's also two of me here with me and with you. And yes, connect to your other aspects of yourselves. Some of you are, yes, here with us. Some of your other versions are cooking dinner somewhere else on another planet. Some of you are from Uranus beings do not cook dinner. They don't have dinner. I guess there's other versions of their planet where that does exist. In this dimension, yes, you're going to be basically breaking out of the third dimension ways. Basically, allow your minds to get more to the higher vibrations of basically being another you, allowing other versions of you to connect, make life a little bit more interesting. Basically, to less dramatize your planet. To see it differently, to add fourth dimension, 5 dimension, 6 dimension being. So yes, there's many versions of you that you can currently connect to basically make your life a little bit more interesting. And as they will be tapping on your shoulder when you're ready, basically. As yes, your average human sees you as, not from this world, but then again, none of you really are. And of those that are incarnating as humans constantly, a lot of them have kind of lost the roadmap and just keep incarnating and don't even know why anymore. They do, but they kind of forgotten it when they incarnate on your planet. As you may see, called lost souls. There's quite a few of those here, as you might see. So, yes, Uranus energies are with you. I'm here to assist you in your questions also, if that is okay with all of you.
Yes, thank you for being here with us today.
Yes.
First up is Daria.
Hello there.
Greetings to you. Yes. Hello there to you. Yes.
Yeah.
To you.
So, what was your name again? It was not a name, was it?
Does it? Well, Philip, I guess it'd be fine. Whatever name you want to call me.
Anyways, do you have any message for me that you would like to share personally?
Well, when I see your vibration, I do see you connecting to elephants pulling on their noses quite a bit, get their attention. I also use their noses as paintbrushes, show them their artistic flair, and also to kind of show them out because some of them are kind of stuck in the mud, at least depending on what kind of version you're connecting to. You do connect to the Donald Trump on this planet. There's other versions in there a little bit less stuck up, and you kind of bring that other version to them to kind of, you bring that other one closer. Let's put it that way.
Oh yeah, earlier today I have Trump jokes.
Yes.
All the time.
Yes.
All the time. Even when my cat is on the sofa, I tell that's a Trump wig.
Yeah. You bring a more comical version to him. You kind of slap him with it. That's like the PG version of it.
You know what I did with him in Astral? I took my air dryer for the hair and I placed it in his face from every angle and I blew his. Yeah.
Well, there's other versions of it that do show up where it is actually a wig and some people say pull his hair. So yes. Anyway.
Okay. And then we jumped out of the funny pocket. So what else can you give me besides elephants? Like can you connect to my life? Is there something happening here?
Oh, your current?
Yeah.
Oh yes, one moment. But yeah, your guides have you pretty well guarded like Fort Knox basically, so I have to just grab them with straws and where I can get. One moment. Your current private situation without going into full detail. Yes, that one that you're dealing with is when it's causing you difficulty. There's a dragon being basically it's lost its mind. As you can probably tell, basically you're actually poking that one's eyes out in other realities because it's not listening. So if you poke their eyes out, maybe that'll get their attention. Even that's not working.
Yeah, I call her a dried up clitoris.
Yes,
anyway, I have a gag. So yeah, that's good to know.
Well, it's on the personal level, the relationship area. There is, what's going on is yes, you see a fire and then you kind of blow it out. It's like that's a bunch of hot air basically. As you're, what is happening is a lot of illusions are brought to you and you kind of see that and kind of burn them out. That's why that area hasn't been that exciting.
Yeah,
so, if that makes sense.
I'm done with BS, right? Yep.
Yes, and you kind of burn the whole town down. If you want to look at it.
My style. Thank you so much, and
yes.
And I see you soon.
Greetings.
Bye.
Okay, next up is Stephen.
Chiquitita. Philip.
Greetings to you. Yes.
Greetings. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
Much love to you. I was just wondering if you can help me connect more information about the dreams I just had recently. I believe I went to talk with one of the George W. Bush or one of the Bushes. I was going to this house and we enter and then we had to go into like an underground bunker type. We had to go down like a lot of stairs, and then we had to go through this hole, and we finally get down into this underground room. And there's a whole bunch of stuff in there. It's like a house. It's almost like a room. He has a whole bunch of stuff in there. And I started talking with him, and it's like, "Is this the only way in?" I was like, "Man, because it's kind of secretive, kind of hard to get to." And we just talked for a little bit, and then eventually he went to sleep. And then so I just looked around for a little bit, and then all of a sudden an elevator just appeared, or it came down. I didn't see it at first, but the elevator came down with somebody else in it, and he said, "Just take everything you want." He says his time's up, or something like that in that area. He says his time's up. Just take what you want. And there's like some black plastic bags, some big old trash bags. And he's like, "No, don't take that. That's too much. That's too big." And so I just gathered a couple things, and then I started looking at him in bed asleep. I thought he was going to wake up or something. I was like, he never did. And then, I went into his wallet and just looked into his wallet and stuff and took some out of there. And then we went up, and the dream continued for like driving around and stuff and some other things. I wonder if you can give more information. Thank you.
Yes, there's several layers to this. Basically, you are cleaning house of the old regime, basically. That's why you're connected to that energy. But also, you have been in a similar position as for president of a different world and did a much better job. And you're more liked, too. Of course, it has to do with the conflicts. We don't have the mind control that this one had to deal with. So you're clearing out. Now, that being that did show up, that was a MIB agent, basically. So you're cleaning house of the old guard, and you're going through all their stuff, pretty much kind of keeping what is needed and throwing out what isn't. So basically, you're clearing the old timelines is what's going on there. There's probably much more to it than that, but that's a simple version of it. That's helpful.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Second question is, actually, can you connect with Uranus and see if I have any connections there, or what my history is on there, or any other thing? Thank you.
One moment. Well, yeah, it's a place that you travel to not often because you feel like there's not much there you can contribute to, but you do have Uranus or Uranus guides around you, basically, to help you to have less conflict and to have a more clear connection. Basically, from what I can see, just didn't have the excitement as you can see on other realities. I feel you're more as a Jupiter being than a Uranus being. Of course, you have been there often, but you didn't bring the energies into this life, but you have guides connected to that vibration. And Jupiter, you play a big role as for direction, basically. Basically, as a being that of the proper thing to do, and also to let a world like this to continue in its direction, even if it's kind of backward in its ways. Because a lot of Jupiter beings wanted to stop it right when it's in darkness, but it's like, let's just step back and see what it does, basically. There's probably much more energies with that, but I see a lot more Jupiter vibrations we got this time.
Blessings. Thank you.
Okay. Next up is Miguel.
Greetings to you.
Okay, I've got his questions. First question, any messages from the angels?
Yes, you're changing timelines. We have not fully made a decision if you're going to fully go into that direction. See, what you're kind of in between worlds, but I believe you'll make the right decision. But you're still in it, not necessarily a transition. I believe the decision has not been fully made for what we are seeing. Now, I see Archangel Michael has given you a ring. It does appear and disappear, but it's there for luck, basically. The reason it disappears is because you know it's there, but you don't have to see it all the time. So basically, if you feel like you can say gold or see it, or just, it's basically an indication you're going in the right direction. But if you don't see it, don't worry. You're still going in the right direction. But if you do see it, it's going like a confirmation if you need it. I don't believe you need a confirmation, but sometimes you do.
His second question, are any other messages?
Yes, he's open. Well, what I see, he's putting down a carpet, basically, a new path. And right now he's still putting that path together. Now, yes, in the astral realm, he's already developed it, but in this realm, he's still putting together the pieces, but I believe it's better to rejuvenate him on this. Basically, the location that he's choosing to live in will definitely give him a more vibrant energy to the universe, and to connect him more to his higher self energies, because he's going there for a reason. And so he's just getting himself into that place from what we were seeing. So much good luck. There's going to be a transition, but I believe he'll be fine in the long run. Blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Kingsley, and I've got his questions. His first question, any messages for me?
Yes, I see him with 3 eyes. On other worlds, even Palladian worlds, 3 eyes. And I can make that eye disappear if he wishes to, if it does make others feel offensive to it. But 3 eyes basically means he can see further than others. Of course, others can develop it if they wish, but he is known for the 3rd eye to be very, very clear. He can see into other worlds if he wishes to, other dimensions, but goes much further than that, even timelines. As a Palladian being, he's used to having that. So it doesn't mean he's always has a 3 eyes showing, but it is something that he occurs. It might even feel it around him in this current state. And you also might see like feathers. He does develop those too, basically wings, because he has a thing for flying, but he's also known to create wings too. Just because he can. That's why.
Thank you. His second question, any tips for manifesting superhuman strength like Hercules and increasing height like the giants?
Do some major meditations on that. Well, basically also to allow the other dimensions connect to you. Connect to your guides. Don't just make it happen, basically. But also they have many rules to go by, and follow those rules, basically to ascend yourself to a higher vibration. And that's also, sometimes that also has the human form to kind of come apart. Not necessarily in the physical, but basically, if you see yourself like in your 3rd eye, feel yourself, your vibration change, but also your physical form changes, like transformation. It doesn't mean it's going to happen in the physical, but basically angelically, like some do change to reptilian or feline. I believe you would just go into an energy being altogether. It's something to look into, like turn into pure energy. You can probably see it in your hands and feel that vibration. You turn into just a complete energy being. You can be a humanoid energy being, but usually no facial features. It's something you can connect to see how you feel. It just basically takes you into another dimension. It takes a lot of practice also.
Thank you. Next up is Lila.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings.
Can you connect to Gaia if maybe she has any message for me?
Yes, you are, let's see, healing your 3rd eye energies, but also you're going through your crown chakra so you can connect more to your higher self to bring in more information as for your healing ability, at least for a indication of that person that you're healing, feel their vibration more clearly. So basically you can get a more of a connection, a justification of what you're doing, basically. So kind of show the levels of your healing. It will come, you'll become more sensitive. Just give it time. You're still breaking through the 3rd dimensions, what she says.
That's great, because for the healing humans, that is kind of would be important for me. And my friends in Agartha, I have a lot of friends in Agartha. So if anybody from Agartha how they are doing, what they are doing, and if any message from them.
Well, it does seem like, yes, they do call it to you to message them more, at least like connect to them telepathy. Of course, they don't always hear their message back. We can always talk to them eventually. That will clear. It's when you feel to do so. But basically, they are helping your chakras stay open as you do your healing abilities, what they're saying. At least the elementals do, or the fairies do. Keep your chakras open, keep enough energy going through as you do your healing energies. The waterfalls of Agartha do go through your veins, actually, at least your energy field. as you do your healing.
Wow, I love that. Thank you.
Blessings.
Okay. Next up is Christy.
Greetings.
Greetings.
My first question is, I was wanting to know if you could see who my higher self is, if it's still Semyasi.
Yes, I believe so. Conversations might not have been that frequent between the two of you, from what it seems.
Did she change, or did I have someone else, or
No,
what
she's
was
still there. It just communication has not been as strong as it used to be, from what I see.
Oh, okay. All right. And then my second question is about the plasma beings that we're seeing now above the, on videos and pictures and everything.
Yes.
How am I working with them?
Help for their colors to be more vibrant, to be seen more, for more people to take them more seriously, and also just basically for the being to be seen altogether. For humans to take it more seriously, basically. Right now, they're just looking the other direction. But more of these are going to start to form out of nowhere. They can also form in front of people, but of course, that would cause some hysteria. They're careful with that.
Did I have
Yes.
one of them in the sky yesterday then?
Yes, I believe so, yes. I feel it's a very large one from what I see.
Yeah. It was like a bird, like a large bird looking.
Yes.
Like, very
But
cool.
that's all. Seeing more of these also shows that you're connecting more to the fourth and fifth dimensions. So as you upgrade yourselves, you will see them more, because they're going to help you keep your vibrations up. They're for a reason.
All right. Thank you.
I'm next, and I just like to say that I've had a highly emotional month, and so I'm wondering if there are any messages for me.
Well, now, yes, you guys are saying it's now time to calm down. With October energies, they're definitely going through your chakras to help ground you. A month can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The seasons are doing that. Mother Earth is doing that to help ground you. Basically, you've been through enough from what I see, but now you're going to have more clarification. Doesn't mean you're going to look back in the past too much. You'll remember what you need to remember. The rest you'll just forget.
Yes.
So yes, you're going through forgetfulness for a good reason, and what you need to be will be added to your energy field and make you stronger, basically. So it was needed. It was like an exercise, basically. It's kind of like going to the gym.
Huh. It sure felt like it.
So yes, I believe it will calm down. From what I see, also the weather patterns around the Earth are going to calm down. Yes, it'll become no large anomalies, at least we're seeing, as for weather, like hurricanes or anything like that. So,
Mm-hmm. Great.
all right.
Thank you. My second question, are there any messages for my husband? For my husband, Angel.
Yes, he has a lot of anxiety. He still needs to heal. And depression from the past. Basically, he's still reflecting. He's still looking in the past. He might not always be aware of it. Part of him is. Things he could have done better. So basically, forgiving himself will help greatly. And also, a past life regression. You can probably do this for him.
Okay.
Connect to his past lives to help him release. Because there's some lifetimes, even Agartha, he's not too proud of. I see an ogre lifetime he's holding on to, where he was kind of feeling superior over other beings, and he was quite big.
Mm-hmm.
But there's other lifetimes you can just go by your intuitions, what you're picking up, because it will be needed, because it's also an adventure of the soul. He needs to hear, help him just ease, because some of his health problems are coming from those lifetimes. Basically, he just never let the past go, so now his health is kind of being affected by it, as you can see.
Okay. Yes.
That's what it's like. Basically, he wants to leave this world peaceful, and that's why the two of you are there together.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Blessings to you too. Next up is Bobby.
Hi, greetings.
Greetings to you.
every time you introduce yourself, I notice that you mentioned that there's two of you,
Yes.
and that reminds me of a message that I was given that in astral I split myself up into multiple versions of me.
Yes.
I was looking to see if you could step into that and advise me what am I doing in astral, or how can I tap into that energy consciously myself.
Well, interesting. I believe some of this might have been mentioned before, but I see a lot of Tibet energies around you.
Right.
So you're pulling that all of Tibet through your energy field. You're connecting much with the monks, so your energies are with them. Sometimes you're like, some of them, interesting. Tell them that they're meditating too much and not connecting to anyone else. Just kind of funny. In astral, well, it seems like astrally you are in Tibetan energies, because basically Tibetan energies is going to be brought around the earth over time. Doesn't mean everyone's going to shave their head, but basically have more of a clear audience, clear connection to the astral world. That seems to be the strongest. You're also connected to a giant in Agartha and a reptilian on Mars. That's where some of your dark side's coming from. It might come out of nowhere, like aggression, or not necessarily. Either way, if you feel like depressed or anxiety, it's coming from that one. And the Martian one's not the friendly. Well, friendly, yes. Sometimes, yeah, it's in between that.
It sounds like my guides.
Yes.
Interesting.
They do get interfered by that. So, basically, Mars is a lot more exciting than this world. Then again, this world is exciting, just hard to see it because of the way it's set. Either way, I think I understand.
Right. I'm starting to get some ideas, so I'll connect with that more.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. For my second question, it's my birthday tomorrow, and I was looking to see if I have any messages from the universe.
Yes, from the Prime Creator energies connecting to you. Yes, a lot of your past lives are self-doubt. In this life, you're healing that. It's not always your fault. You're not where you want to be, because other lifetimes there's so much self-doubt. You're going through it, releasing a lot of that. So this lifetime is kind of not going where you like it to, because you're just letting all of that go. So if you want for healing release, that would be an excellent energy too. I believe it also be very educational for you too. In this lifetime, yes, give it time, because you're bringing yourself full circle. You're not fully there yet, but once you do, your power will definitely. You'll be able to attract faster. A lot of it's slow right now. It's because you're still in the healing process.
Right.
So,
all right. Thank you. I
yes.
appreciate that. Blessings.
Blessings.
Oh yeah, I do have 2 questions for Marvin. He asked me to ask for him.
Yes, of course.
1 second. All right. His first question. Yesterday, he saw a white meteor falling, then disappearing. Can you tell him what that was?
Yes, I believe that was brought into another dimension as the meteor is falling down. I believe it was an actual meteor, and it was healed because your Earth did not need it at the time. And also for him to see it, I believe he was involved with its disappearance. Like his Palladian crew was involved with it. So kind of like giving an indication that they're there. Your alien friend, his alien friends are there. That's a message of this time.
Interesting. That actually ties into a second question. He was asking, is there a chance to encounter the Black Pleiadians, and do they have any names?
Yes. Yes, this one's kind of like Rotuso is the name of one of them. But it's just a translation at this time. Yes, they are the builder of light. They transition from world to world. They're here, yes, because their fellow species is being hit. Well, they are suppressed, but they are bringing those that are incarnated in this world, but they're bringing such a light to keep the vibrations up. As you can see, the vibrations are basically reptilian beings trying to push them down, and they push back, basically. And this one you're answering questions for is involved with this basically. As for basically reptilians wanted to wipe them off the face of the earth in the past. And yes, there's been a lot of suppression there. So they continue to overpopulate to make sure to show that they're not going anywhere. So yes, you can tap into those energies very easily, crystalline energies. Or you can connect to that name if you wishes to. But basically the strength within humanity will get stronger. It will see the light eventually. A lot of humans won't believe it, but those that understand will. Because the awakening is coming, they basically said. Blessings.
Blessings. Much love.
Yes.
Next up is Colin.
Greetings.
Yes, greetings to you.
Hello. Hello. Thanks for coming in.
Yes.
My first question has to do with my relationship energies. I've been seeing someone for quite a while now, and it's been off and on. And it's recently cooled off a little bit, and I'm wondering if there's any messages on the connection and kind of what's going on.
Well, I believe during the holiday season, we'll become more active. She just plant memories and thoughts into your mind, at least in astral, to kind of trick you to distance yourself, or she's kind of like a trickster from what I see. She's a handful. She does go through different dimensions. She's kind of like a prankster to others, not necessarily. She can't get away with it with you as much as she'd like to. So she's kind of like an adolescent energy, as you could probably see. Still very active, and I see her very at least flamboyant in other realities, at least. I just see it activating up more during the holiday season because I see some line of depression where she's going to feel alone, just like I'm tired of this. At least what I'm picking up from her at this time. So expect the unexpected from her for sure.
I see. So no direct messages on our connection currently, just kind of cooled off and
for now, one moment. For now, it's cooled down, but it will build back up. Is what I see.
Okay.
She's basically just clearing her energy. She does not know what she wants. She thinks she does, and not really. But she's clearing a lot of the karma at this moment. So actually, separation is good. She's clearing out her thought patterns because she's not thinking the best at this time. But I believe you'll have a stronger connection. Just enjoy the vacation time, is what I see.
Okay. And then are there any messages from my angels or from my guides?
Yes, they say your senses will get stronger as for the relationship, as for what to do. Some of that, she's been blocking your decision making too in some ways. Basically, she's just kind of running a confusion energy. You will get more of a clear indication of where to go with this right now. It's up in the air right now, but it's cooling, but it's also, it's once again heating up. As for your other vibrations at this time, most of your kundalini is strengthening and will continue to do, and your connection to alien beings will definitely strengthen. That's going to double in strength over time. They're not saying the time frame, but you will feel their presence a lot more clear here every now and then. Definitely.
Okay. Well, thank you. Blessings.
I see them opening up vortexes around you at this time. You're just being very quiet about it. So.
That sounds good. Thank you very much.
Yes. Blessings.
Blessings.
Michelle, you're next.
Yes.
Hi.
Greetings.
Philip seems like a really American name for a sylph. But so my question is, are you sylph plasma energy?
Am I self? What is this? Self? Yes.
Sylph.
So
S
yes.
YLPH.
Well, I'm all types of, but yes.
So could you please explain to me, because for instance, I've done energy healing like in a group setting on, like kind of this kind of venue where we're in a hangout, and people who can see things that I can't see sylph plasma energy or just plasma energy. I don't know what the difference is or why it's there, or what it does. Working with my toning healing. So I'm curious who you are / what Sylph is / what plasma does.
Well, those are their spirit guides tuning their energies to, to their people. The spirit guide energy is enhancing. Basically, when you do you and others that are doing their work, I don't think you're the only one doing it, but as you're doing your tuning, people, or even without the tuning, just the idea of tuning, they tune to their guides. I believe what I can see is it's basically they're seeing their guide energy. They see it as plasma energy potentially, or Sylph. Either way, it is a spirit guide energy. They see it as they need to see it, basically. If they see an actual physical being there, it might freak them out.
But what is plasma energy versus any other kind of energy? What separates it, makes it special?
Well, that we can be seen in your third dimension a little bit clearer than other beings, basically. They take I
have pictures. I have pictures where I have streams of you guys, like the plasma, streaming around. Right.
The plasma is taken because it can be brought into your third dimension without breakage. You can say it's without bringing any type of fear. It's basically an energy. It's basically a spirit energy in third dimensional form. You can say
spirit, as in God, as in highest source kind of energy.
Source energy, spirit guides, beings that have crossed.
No, what kind of level are we talking about? Are we talking about spirit guide level, which is at maybe 4th dimension, 5th dimension?
Well,
or is it like 12th dimension?
Plasma
18th dimension.
Somebody muted me.
Yeah, somebody did me because I did not hear one word you said.
Yes, it's a 12th dimension. It's a 8th-dimensional being that can be turned to a 3rd-dimensional being, at least in your environment.
Okay.
Or 8th dimension.
So do I, when I'm doing healing, kind of, are you guys a constant?
Yes.
In my healing sessions? Okay.
Well, interesting enough, a lot of it is around your hair, which is
which I won't cut.
Do you have plasma hair? Yes.
I don't know. What does that mean? What does it mean if you have plasma hair?
It's your power. Yeah, you don't cut it because you've gone. It's just it's like your baby. It's your power grid, you could say.
That's so weird because I totally feel that. I will not cut my hair.
Yeah, it's like Samson. It's similar to like Samson and Delilah situation.
Yeah. No, I totally get that. I'm just like, I feel naked if I cut my hair. So
yeah, yes, you have tuned your energies into your hair. It's just a protection energy, your hair follicles is what we are told.
That's so interesting.
Oh, yeah. It's basically, don't touch my hair. Don't be careful with my hair. Yes, and I would be careful with your hair too. Have the right person. If you do get it cut, have the right person.
Yeah, nobody's.
Yes.
But that is super interesting.
Yes.
Wow, thank you. So I don't really know what to ask for the second question because there's so many things happening in my life. Like, I definitely have like sexual trauma abuse memories coming to life, and I'm dealing with them through hypnotherapy. But at the same time, I'm like finding this really huge inner strength to speak my truth. And I guess I'm kind of only grappling with like, do I stay or do I go now? You know, do I stay or do I go now? Because I found like this community in Asheville or outside of Asheville, North Carolina, like where I could go live for free on a organic farm, and my job would be to help out, you know, and it would cost me $0. And that sounds awesome to me. It's backed up against a national forest. And it's like, you know, you have to be vegan or vegetarian. You can't smoke, drink, whatever. You know, lots of rules, which is fine. I can do all of those things. I just don't know if that is like the appropriate path for me, or if I'm supposed to extend myself in ways that are much greater. Like I have a plan with this lady I talked to the other day who absolutely jacked my heart chakra up because she's so freaking like not okay, you know, like she's so not okay. And I was gonna help her lead kind of a workshop for Baltimore social worker people to teach them how to de-stress and to just like chill and cooperate and co-create. But her energy is absolutely opposite of that. Like it just overwhelmed me. So like I'm really like grappling with, I really want to help people and I really want to do this thing, but at the same time I don't want to be subsumed by her energy, which is so gross, right?
Yes, that one's not right with herself. As for going to Colorado, realize it might seem nice on the outside, but there's a lot of drama that is not mentioned on their websites and other conversations. So there is ordeals that they don't mention. So I would say that would be a good place to visit and see if it works for you. But as for staying there, you might not agree to its community. So it's something worth exploring. That's what I say.
It's worth exploring, or it's worth avoiding. Like which?
Exploring. It's good to be there maybe a day or two.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't think you're
like a permanent kind of hookup.
You have to judge for yourself, basically.
And the woman that I'm like, I was very excited to work with her because it's like, you know, chilling out through art, you know, like getting in touch with yourself and, you know, through art. But she is a wreck. Like she's so jacked up, like emotionally. Like when I was talking to her, like my heart chakra went wild. Like I was having panic attack symptoms because I was empathing her. And she seems like a really dangerous topic, or she's maybe a really interesting lesson.
Interesting lesson that you probably don't want to go through. She has a lot of. She probably has a lot of. She has a lot of reptilian energies, basically controlling her mental state that she's not in control of. She's not in control of herself, really.
Okay, well, that's very valuable information because I really want to say no. I really want to do this to make contacts and stuff, but also at the same time, she feels so toxic. Like I just don't want to deal. Okay. So I'm going to ask a question for my daughter, Brooke.
Yes.
I'll do it.
Okay, go ahead.
Hi. So, greetings. My question was about removing personal and ancestral trauma from people and myself. So I've been practicing at it. What I've noticed when I work on people is I find a lot of trauma capsules in the physical body. But like the way I kind of process people's stuff, I feel like I pull it into my own body. Sometimes I hear people's ancient dead relatives say stuff when I'm moving trauma capsules and stuff. But But it feels like when I'm moving other people's stuff through my body, they don't feel it, or it doesn't move out of them as much as it does through me. And I'm wondering if I'm approaching it wrong, and also if there are areas outside the physical body in the etheric realm that I need to be looking at as well.
Well, if you connect to the chakra area, it's good to actually grab, or however you do it, but to pull from the top of them, like you're pulling their chakras out of them, almost kind of keep it away from yourself.
Yeah, I always I usually pull it down through their root chakra, so
yes,
the other way around.
Yes, you grab it from, you can visualize it, but just basically just pulling all their chakras out of them, basically.
Okay, I can do that. And then are there other like auric levels or etheric levels that I'm missing when I look for like transferred ancestral trauma or personal trauma in people? Is it mainly in the physical body and the etherics that sit in the physical body, or is it also outside? Because I'm not looking.
It is most on the outside, but they can't let it go. They're having different. That's why they have the family, the parents that they do, the relationships they do, because those echoes of those lifetimes are still holding on. So they're kind of trying to find that person. They're almost trying to kind of find that person again. Even through trauma, some people end up in relationships, trauma relationships, because they can't let go of that energy. So they find someone that's similar to that.
All right, that I can work with.
Yes.
Thank you.
Blessings.
Okay, next is Braden, and I've got his questions. The first one, are there any messages for me from higher self or tall white guides? The tall whites and or his guides?
One moment. Yes, expect a energy surge during the end of this month, or the end of October month, even this month. You should start, you might feel a little bit, but I believe it'd be mostly at the end of next month, basically, as the earth begins to shift into more of a higher, slow, slightly higher vibration. It might possibly even feel the alien beings around him. Mostly Zeta, actually, because they're involved with the shift. Even they are letting go of some of their karma. They do have some. Because they're so connected to this earth, they kind of rubbed off on them a little bit. So, because they're affecting many souls here. So a lot of the Zeta energies are going to be healed. You can even, on his own vibration, heal the Zeta energies if you wish it to do so. Put that intent, because it will help the Earth's consciousness. Because right now, yes, you can see it's on a spinning wheel, kind of doing the same thing over and over again in some cases. And healing the Zeta energies will definitely assist with the transition. Let him, yeah, Brady should take a look at that. You'll probably feel the DNA of that.
Okay, great. Thank you. His second question, are there any messages for my girlfriend from her higher self or spirit guides?
Yes, connected to the angels that are aquatic, such as a mermaid angel energy that aren't really mentioned too much on your planet. That will bring, I believe, a great amount of healing for her clarity, because she is connected to those energies in past lives, and the mermaid angel is still with her at this time. Even there's unicorn energy that she does connect to. I believe the mermaid angel is the strongest, because the mermaid, she is connected to civilizations of them on other worlds, and they were very willing to incarnate in this world during the beginning, of course, when things changed. A lot of them are reluctant, so they go through a lot of tests just the same as you, as anyone else does. They do get connected to many sailors in the past, and Aaron, still things have not changed. Blessings.
Thank you. Next up is Liz. Okay, we'll go ahead and move on to Umberto, and I've got his questions.
Yes.
His first one, I have noticed some cavities in my teeth. I have gone through extremely painful experiences with toothaches in the past and never want to go through that again. What do you recommend I take or do so that my teeth do not degrade and get cavities?
Well, yes, change your, your toothpaste, but yes, you'll have to see, you're going to have to connect to a dentist eventually, or talk to those that you are living, that are involved with your facility, to find out what to do. I would take this very seriously and move quickly. That's my message.
Okay, thank you. His second question. I met someone named Michelle recently. What are some messages from Source for her at this time?
Oh, well, take things slow. Seems like sometimes she thinks things a little bit too much, and she kind of loses the meaning of what she was thinking about. Sometimes it's very difficult for her to make a decision. Basically, is to go about simplicity is key. Very hard to learn, but keeping things simple will help you connect more to your guides and your direction. This is actually a message for both of them, because humans do complicate things, as done on purpose by other beings. So the more simplified they look at the world, the better it will be. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Up next is Liz.
Hello.
Yes, greetings.
Hi. Okay, so today was this Justice Kavanaugh Judgment Day, I guess,
Yes,
by
I see
men.
that. Yes.
So I felt a lot of anguish. It's like I'm not sure it's true, but that's how I felt. I'm gonna say is that like the last unbreakable soul of man was being tried, and the darkness was trying to break him.
Yes. Yes.
Something like that.
They tried to crucify
a lot
him.
of
Basically,
English.
they tried to crucify him. Yes.
But what is his importance nowadays? With our ascension and government and all that.
Well, you can connect to Trump's energies in a way where there's a trust there to really get things done in a way where the dark elite do not want anything to do with it. Basically, to unravel a lot of their work that's been done. So, at this time, I believe he will be confirmed, though, even after all of this. At least what I see at this time. Because they don't give in to gossip. Because it's all gossip. It's all created gossip. So much mind control.
Yes.
All these females at this time, they're not. These females, they bring up these memories that did not exist before.
Exactly.
Yes.
Although it's just like a real big display of the darkness and the lies and the liars that exposing themselves, the politicians. Yes. But I see that as a bigger a bigger play in the scheme of things,
Well, yes. Well, the government is going to go into a purge, basically purging out the darkness. That's the plan. I believe it will go through. It just won't be easy, as you can see.
Yes. So he's going through a trial of fire, I guess, to see how strong his soul is, not to be broken.
It feels like he has no other direction to go, but he's not going to let this fight go. He's not going to let them beat him down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's pretty much wilded out by all this, as everyone else is. He's kind of shaking his head the whole thing. I can't believe this happened.
Yes, well, I can't believe either, but okay. It's just that I don't usually let myself to connect emotionally with anything like that, but this was like I couldn't avoid.
Well, they're going after everybody at this time. Yes, they basically don't want anyone to think clearly either, so they're putting all this anger out there. It's deception.
The deception, yes. Okay. And is there any messages for me personally?
Well, one of the reasons why you connected to us is to clear out the emotions, basically, to allow him to speak his mind and his truth. So the reason why you connected to this is to allow that person be himself instead of being manipulated. That's another reason why you connected to that. So why you got emotionally hit by it, because you're protecting. You want the truth to come out. Let's put it that way. And the deception you're getting kind of hit with through emotions, because that's the idea. They're trying to program everybody, as you can see.
Oh, yes.
So it's like the bullies are being put in place. They're just the bullies you can't see. Not really. The real ones. So,
yeah, it's interesting you use the word bully because I use the same word for
that's what's
them.
going on.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much.
This is
Okay, next up is Lucy.
I hear those dogs.
Yes.
Greetings, most pure plasma energy. Okay, so my guides and the archangels know that I have finally, after 2 years of hints, figured out who I actually am spiritually. I was wondering if you could ask a question of the Soraya aspect of Prime Creator for me.
Yes, I believe so.
I would like to know, other than being a placeholder and a straw to funnel love energy on this planet to Gaia, what is a major thing that I'm waiting to do? I can feel it. I'm not cluing in.
Only thing they would bring up is timeline shifting. Of course, you can't see it, but you're actually going through it right now. It's basically it's you are cutting off. Well, you can call it cutting off the old timelines. So you're allowing more of the new energies to come in, and you have not fully seen it on the physical yet because the world's not fully ready for it. But much of it is being prepared. You can say the highway of new knowledge is coming in, and you're already involved with it, so you know what that is. So
yes, it just seems like I would, for instance, be able to just call the Syrian ship that looks in on me occasionally, or you know. So I would like to know, I guess from Archangel Samuel or Michael or Uriel, why? Like, I have instant manifestation from Samuel. I ask, it happens right then. So why am I cut off still, knowing who I am? Why am I having less tangible powers than I did, say, 10 years ago?
Well, part of it is you can say too powerful at one time, then the world can at least for you to handle in some ways. So
but I didn't do anything bad.
No, but it's slowly being brought back. Well, it's just the vibration. It wasn't time for it yet. Let's put it that way. So it is being put back just slowly. It's not as quickly as you'd like it to. You're being reassembled, is what they say.
It certainly feels like it.
Yes, so
Thank you very
yes,
much.
it's just
blessings.
It's not more about you. It's just the humans on your world. So talk to them.
I lost a little bit of that. I heard humans on my world.
Yes, it's humans on the world. Talk to the humans on the world. You can talk to human consciousness. Ask your, what's the deal? What's taking so long?
Obviously, they're not going to let me hear what you have to say.
Yeah, I see that.
That's all right.
It's in the recording of you.
You very blessings.
Blessings.
Next up is Sheena.
For that.
Yes.
Oh.
Greetings.
Greetings. Yes.
How are you doing?
Doing well, thank you.
Yes. I was losing my glasses. I'm very sorry for muting you. I did not know I was doing that, so.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Yeah. So you are a plasma angel, correct?
Yes, a plasma. Yes.
Yes, you do a lot of great work here on Gaia. I know. I see you all the time.
Yes.
Yeah. Good we have you. And okay, well, I have so much I wanted to ask, but we have 2 questions. And I'm wondering, it's so many, insane things around me, but I can't actually see it. I mean, see them. I think it's something that wants either to like, I don't know, destroy me, not destroy me, but like giving me a very, very hard time. And I wonder if this is reptilian group from the Empire or in the Orion that actually I am, friends with, and if they are maybe jealous at times, or is it something else?
Yes, there is some jealousy because you have an incarnation on this world and they don't.
Okay.
So they didn't think they can handle this world, so they do see the benefits of it, as most humans really don't really. Well, they do, but they're not meant to really see it all. So yes, there is some envy there that's going on. As basically fighting the good fight, you could say.
Yeah, and some of them told me that actually their existence were depending on me and what I do. And that was, quite heavy, like something to carry on my shoulders,
Well, that's common for all of you. You're all connected to a civilization that looks upon you with awe, you can say, because they're going through their own growing patterns. They're not ready. A lot of them are not ready for a world like this. You have to reincarnate for a long time before you really connect to a planet like this.
Yeah.
You're going to self-destruction, as you can see.
Okay, thank you for that. And my second question is there any question? No, not questions. Any messages for me from anyone that is important?
Well, yes, there is a Men in Black energy around you that does come and go. You are healing a great deal of them, it seems. As basically their civilization is shifting as the third dimension. Well, the third dimension is either the suppression energies are healing. In your yes, with Michael, you do connect to Michael's vibration, and you do duplicate yourself often for healing purposes, but also to clear out manipulations. Basically, you can also make that way their target isn't as strong as it used to be. So you can vanish in front of them, basically. You can duplicate yourself and then leave, and then they have like a copy of you that eventually disappears. The one that's getting manipulated, at least. That's what I'm seeing.
Yeah, that sounds very interesting. I wish I could do that,
In the physical. Well, you do it on a spiritual level, so it does affect you in the spiritual, though.
Yeah. Is it because I do wake up a lot after sleeping at night, feeling that I have done something almost in a fight because I hurt everywhere, and is it with the MIB?
Sometimes, not all, but it also means that you kind of escaped, someone's clutches, you can say.
Okay.
That's what it seems to be. Not always, but it does occur.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much,
Yes.
and I send you much love and blessings.
Okay, James, you're next.
Hello.
Yes, greetings to you.
Hi, do I have any, do I have a stronger connection to Uranus or Jupiter?
Uranus, actually. I do have some with Jupiter, but Uranus definitely. As you don't usually see what happens is you don't take a physical form. So you a lot of times prefer just an energy being, plasma or whatever it is that you choose. So that's why the Uranus energy seems to be very strong. Some rather have a physical, at least even fourth dimension has their own physical. And yours, you want to be able to go everywhere, try everything. Eventually do go into a physical environment, but your Uranus energy is basically it's a different type of warning, but you can warn quite a bit from that experience. Jupiter has more physical.
I see. Do I have any Uranus or self guides or lovers? Do they have any messages for me?
Lovers, female calls herself, I guess Pinky, the name is I'm getting right now. But she can turn into, she can have a human form, she says. That is from Uranus. So,
interesting.
However you want to visualize her show. So she takes many forms, basically. She can take a cat form of a cat also, she says. So
that makes a lot of sense for me. Okay. Cool, thank you.
Blessings.
Next up is Omran. Omran, are you there? Okay, we'll move on to Dragon.
Hi, how you doing?
Yes, greetings.
My first question is, I've gotten the urge to drive out to the mountains, I think to meet with the Zetas or others. And I was wondering if they're kind of urging me for another personal contact or for like preparing for group contact.
Well, yes, it feels like they're preparing. As for you, seem in the physical is not 100%, but you are connected to their energy, replenishing your vibration, basically. So you're following this to just strengthen your connection with them. There's a possibility you might. Well, in your third eye, you most likely see them. But in the physical, you never know. They might manifest themselves, or a ship at least. That's a possibility.
Before, with my eyes, probably, I don't know the mechanics of it, but they were see-through, like not completely okay.
Yes.
So I think it was they were slightly out of phase with me.
Yes. Yes.
My second question is, string theory predicts that there's 10 or more physical dimensions. I suspect 12 actually. That's an important number in spirituality. Further study has narrowed down that these dimensions must either be extremely tiny or extremely large, like we're talking about billions of galaxies. You know, that size kind of seems like a bias of physical 3D beings, like, you know, mainly we're talking about information and consciousness anyway, but, you know, there is some correlation with how they're represented in 3D. You know, when spiritual people talk about dimensions, I think they kind of get mishmashed a bit. Often talk about vibrational levels that are kind of more quantum energy, you know, versus physical dimensions. But I don't think it's completely off base. Like there is some correlation between vibrational levels and physical dimensions. Can you talk about any relations between vibrational levels and physical dimensions and what we're really talking about when we talk about dimensions?
Well, the dimensions that are being found by your scientists are dimensions that are allowed to be seen, that you're allowed to pick up on. So there's, yes, they're infinite, basically. And they are large and some are very small. So a lot of your scientists are also, they have found more, they have not made it public though.
Beyond the 12?
Yes. Oh, yes. So, well, 12 is all that's needed to be connected to at this time, but there's much more. Yes. Well, 12 is I get the number 13 as a really stronger number around your planet.
Yes, yes. Well, that includes the 1.
Yes. So, yes, there is basically, one moment. Different dimensions basically is all of you are connected to them as you're aware, and allowing more of this information to come through as the human consciousness is ready to know what's going on slowly. And some of it is going to go to the scientists to give them more of an indication, to do it at a more 3D level before it, you know, before humans are really going to connect to it on a massive scale. If that makes sense.
So is there a correlation, like as you raise in vibration, you can typically access more dimensions?
Yes, correct. Yes.
Okay. Thanks. Much love.
Okay, next up is Blake. Okay, we'll go ahead and ask Omran's questions. His first question, I have been seeing the number 666 very often. Is someone trying to speak to me or give a message to me through this number?
I believe it's just the Baphomet energies that he's been connected to recently. It's just skimming, like it was like a hello. Other than that, just continuing his vibration of connecting, he was breaking. You say break. He's healing, breaking the different dimensions of the mind control that's going on through Baphomet's energies. That is what I'm receiving. There's most of her energies there, of course, but if it goes more into the Baphomet for what I see.
Okay.
So.
Okay, thank you. His second question, I am now practicing spirituality different than before, and my life has changed a lot. I feel a different me when I focus on who I will become. Do you have a message from my guides on my way of spirituality?
Connect to an archangel that you feel connected to, basically to go into those vibrations, even to possibly even change his guides if he wishes to do so, or upgrade his guides, as they are saying, basically to connect in a different way, but to go to the archangel guide energy. Even archangels can have guides. That's something for us to explore also. It's rare, but it does exist for his own soul growth, basically. They're allowing that point of view to open up. That's what they're saying.
Thank you. Let's see. Okay, next up is Pamela.
Hi, Plasma Angel.
Yes, greetings.
Well, it's been the most accelerated learning time of my life and the most emotionally intense. And I really need some guidance in my personal life. So I wish I could be a little more general and help my community, but I guess by helping myself, I will help them. So, how can you please connect with my guides and give me some insights much needed?
Into your personal life? Is this your
Yes.
question?
Yes.
One moment. We do what we can here. It's on a public platform. Well, just to, say what you need to say publicly, and if you don't, then don't. You're keeping a lot in to protect yourself at this time. As you're going through a new transition, you basically find more friends that are more spiritually developed. For right now, basically, it's good to be incognito, at least verbally right now, because it'll scare a lot of people connected, telling them what's going on. Basically, you're spiritually, you're shifting, so they don't find their what you used to know, that reality, all that interesting, and this will continue to go. It'll be back and forth, but basically, you're connecting more to of the fourth dimension at this time. So
great. Yes, I felt that a very strong connection to my guides, and I was in a like I had a very intimate relationship with them. I was feeling a lot of feedback going on, and then all of a sudden I felt like blank, no answer. It feels kind of lonely. I don't know if that's the test or I need to go through some lessons. What can you give me some clarity on that?
as for being one way,
With my guides, yes. Who is around me? Is there any blockages that I can clear to make a stronger connection?
oh yeah, well that would be through meditations, basically. Trust your meditation vibration, a quiet place of comfort, basically, to basically connect more astrally. Just to go and astral travel actually heal quite a bit too. Just basically feel more free from the physical realities. So your guides will you'll tap into them basically. Is basically you're learning to more trust yourself. So it's a gradual process, not something that they can easily tell you what to do and just work. It's something you have to learn over time. It's just trusting your instincts, basically. That's the main message there.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. And that was our last one.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Unless you're going. Yes, send you plasma energies from Uranus. More of Uranus will open itself up to more of their energies to you. And also Jupiter, Neptune will follow. And Mercury, that one's been a quiet one. So blessings to you as you open up your planet to a more higher dimensional world. Take care. Greetings. Anybody have a blessing?
Yes, we have two people, Stephen and Michelle.
Did Michelle want to go first? You want me to go? I guess I'll go. All right, thank you, Ivan. Thank you, everyone. Junior, ya haridia, sandro kostande, nidira hoai, nisketron ta titrus titrona, orjundora hekis, aturtanda haisursan, hanjokta, urotor ta yauretsa, ahan diskitiran diola, urotor sisran, the hanjuradina rakanta e, oroda, or so, Rihanna, yes, I'm not trying to want you to shut that cat. Also in Noratuva.
Cool.
Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. All right. Have a great night, everyone. Take care.